Hi Markus, hi Jennifer.
Hi Dom.
Hi.
So Markus, as the head of tokenization here at Sygnum Bank, why don't we start with a quick overview of the Sygnum tokenization solution?
Yes, we actually created Designate, which is an integrated end-to-end tokenization platform providing regulated bank-grade tokenization of almost every asset. We're connecting issuers with investors, and these investors can then directly invest in these tokens via e-banking. Additionally, we created Synex, which is an organized trading facility, a trading venue where these tokens also can be traded.
So Jennifer, could you talk to us and tell us a little bit more about the Swiss DLT Law and the impact that this has on tokenization?
Yeah, due to these DLT amendments, which came into effect earlier this year, Switzerland now has native digital securities. Switzerland is only one of a few countries which have these native digital securities. This means that now the token actually is the security. So now it's no longer necessary to create a link between the token and the underlying asset to assure that the transfer of the token also constitutes a transfer of the underlying asset. This means that there is great efficiency and also way more legal certainty than we had before. And as a result, tokenization has also gained traction, and Switzerland has been able to position itself at the forefront of such projects.
So we're here to celebrate the project of tokenizing one of Picasso's amazing paintings. But how is this different, Markus, from an NFT? This is much in the news.
Yes, absolutely. NFTs are the latest craze in the market that we observe, and we actually also get many requests regarding this, in particular in the vertical of art and collectibles that we are offering in the parts of tokenization. NFTs are kind of a solution where you create a digital representative on the blockchain, meaning one token representing one painting, one asset. We actually have chosen a different way to tokenize that. We created several fungible tokens representing a percentage value of the painting. This allows for more fractionalization, allows for tradability, and also for earlier partial exits for investors.
So Markus, can you tell us a bit more about the token offering of Picasso's Fillette or béret? This is based on the co-ownership of the artwork. Could you talk a little bit about how this works and how it's actually different from the NFTs we were talking about earlier?
Let me phrase it that way. We actually took two different ways to invest in art. We took the direct ownership, where we directly buy a painting, where you have an emotional investment. And on the other hand, we have the motivation to invest just from a financial perspective, which is traditionally only possible via a fund with indirect ownership of a painting. And we merged actually both the two best things of the two worlds together to one and created this co-ownership token representing a financial instrument, but also allowing for co-ownership with the emotional touch.
And Jennifer, can you go into a little bit more detail about the features of this co-ownership framework?
Well, basically, to make it an interesting investment opportunity, there needed to be an end date. So what we decided, there needed to be an investment horizon of 5 to 8 years, during which the manager of the artwork does everything in its power to create attention around the artwork. That could also be loaning it out to museums to increase the value of the painting, that it can be sold at the highest possible price at a later stage. And once this investment horizon has lapsed, there comes the so-called exit period. And during this time, the administrator starts reaching out to galleries, auction houses, dealers, and tries to gauge the market, figure out what kind of price they can get for the painting, to figure out when the right time is to sell the painting. So basically, since it is a time frame and not a specific point in time, the administrator has some leeway and is not forced to sell the painting at a point which wouldn't be ideal due to the market conditions. Then once the painting is sold, the tokens are burned and all the token holders receive part of the proceeds. Now, this does not mean that the token holders are locked in, that they cannot exit this investment. So basically what they can do is, as Markus explained, we have our organized trading facility. So at any time they can sell their tokens. Also, new Sygnum clients can buy the tokens and enter at a later stage. So there is that level of flexibility. And additionally, also similar to the whole equity world, there are also voting rights. So basically, in this case, when a third-party buyer comes and wants to make an offer during the investment horizon, all the token holders can vote whether they want to exit and basically end the investment. And so kind of, as you can see, it's very modular, the different features, so we can tailor it to, we can cater to any needs of any issuer and also tailor it to the specific needs of the underlying asset.
So Jennifer, when investors buy one of these tokens, how can they really be assured of their ownership? And how does this work?
Well, we've leveraged and transferred established proven co-ownership frameworks to the DLT space. And additionally, based on the robust underlying contractual framework, the token transfer confers the co-ownership rights to the new token holder. Additionally, part of our due diligence process is also thoroughly vetting the issuers and also obtaining documentation on the underlying assets to establish, for example, authenticity, provenance, and also, especially with regard to the issuer, to see if they have a valid title to the underlying asset.
So Markus, a big question here, if investors do have an interest in this offering, how should they go about this?
Actually, if you're a Sygnum client, you have direct access via your e-banking. You click on the asset tokenization part designate, you see the latest offering, and you get directly via several clicks the access, including all the subscription parts, and you become immediately partial owner, co-owner of the Picasso.
Fantastic. So a question I'm asking all of our guests, and we'd love to hear from both of you here, is if Pablo was here today and attending our event, what do you think he would make of the tokenization of his painting? And maybe we start with you, Jennifer.
Well, I think he was quoted as saying, art is always subversive, and he himself was also very revolutionary and innovative, so I think he would get a kick out of all of this. And additionally, like many artists, he didn't really like dealing with the financial aspects of things, so he probably would appreciate the fact that we've established the roles of administrator and manager, taking care of the whole investment, so basically you can just lean back and everything's taken care of.
So, Markus, do your best to channel your inner Picasso. What would he think today?
I guess even Picasso's main motivation was not to create unique investment opportunities by painting, as our motivation is with the whole tokenization. I guess he would be really proud of this solution because, as Pablo Picasso was described all the times, he was really reinventing himself all the time. He was creating new innovation, and I guess he would fully have supported our solution, also creating co-ownership and not have a single owner of his piece of art.
I'd agree. But Markus, Jennifer, thank you very much for sharing your insights today. It's always a great conversation.
Thank you, Dom.
Thank you so much.